Greetings everyone. In 2013 I was introduced to some very important and shocking information in regards to Cesar Chavez and the organization he helped found in the 1960s, the United Farm Workers. A friend of mine introduced me to their newspaper articles, to their newspaper called El Malcriado. And from reading their newspaper, I learned how they didn't hold back from calling our people who were here as undocumented and being the strikebreakers, how they didn't hold back from calling us wetbacks or illegals. That was just some shocking stuff. What I also learned from this information and reading their newspaper was how they rallied the UFW members to gather the names of those of us who were here undocumented and being the strikebreakers. And what they would then do with those names, they would submit it to INS so that they would then be able to come and deport those of us who were there as strikebreakers. So this was like just some shocking information, and information that very few of us know. Now, I elaborate on this subject much more on this video that I ended up doing in 2013. It was a video and an article that I wrote, and below is a link to that information. Now, the purpose of this video is to introduce to you a very important person that personally allowed me to understand this subject much better. And it was my friend Linda Baughn, who through her research and who encouraged me to read El Malcriado. It was through her that she introduced me to her friend for 40 years. They've had a long-term working relationship, a fruitful one that is, and her friend's name is Epifanio Camacho. Camacho is a former UFW member who was eventually blacklisted by Chavez and who was eventually also blacklisted by the ranchers and the growers, and the reason for it was because Camacho took a militant stand, both on the picket lines, you know, being a threat to the ranchers, and in opposition to Chavez's ideological stance, you might say, of being pacifist and being nonviolent. But what we learned in this research is that Chavez was the opposite. And like I said, on the link below is a video where I touch on this more. I'm inviting you to this interview that my friend Linda has done with Camacho. I had the opportunity to record them, in which Linda asked Camacho a few questions on his experiences in this time period. And I know it's been very inspirational to me. It's been very motivational to me, because here we have a living historic legend that very few of us know. This is an invitation for you to see some of this new information being given by Epifanio Camacho himself. Once again, thank you very much for watching.